So for someone who's never encountered Orthodoxy, could you give an explanation of what it is?
So Orthodox Christianity, Orthodoxy, we maybe just prefer to say Christianity. Christianity in its fullest sense is a historical community, the life in faith of the Orthodox Church. The teachings of Christ handed to the apostles and then faithfully preserved from one generation to the next, down to today. The purpose of Orthodoxy, you might say, is really quite a simple one. It's the salvation of every human person. The purpose of Orthodoxy, the purpose of Christianity, the Orthodox faith, is the salvation of every human person, to unite us with Christ in the family and tradition of the Church. This uniting with Christ is a transformational project, if you like, a transformational process. It's not, we don't come to church to just agree with some propositions or to sign up to a set of beliefs that we just intellectually agree with, but we enter in with our whole life, our body, our mind, and our soul into this transforming process. This uniting with Christ, a word you may sometimes hear, theosis, is really the gospel. We are saved through Christ's life, death, and resurrection from the power of sin and death. Death is defeated. We say in our Paschal hymn that Christ tramples down death by death. And so we are saved from this terrible curse. And we see very much that is not a one-time transaction. It's not a legal situation. Our Orthodox life is a process. Our salvation is a process. We have been saved by Christ's death and resurrection, and we are being saved by becoming what St. Paul refers to as co-workers with Christ. We work out our salvation in fear and trembling. So Orthodoxy, if you like, the life in faith in the Church, is this process. God completes everything, but we must do our part as free human beings. And so our life in the Church is very much, is very full. There's a great deal of liturgical worship, highly liturgical worship. We have ancient traditions of prayer and fasting. Perhaps the best way to say it would be that we try to embody our faith. Our faith, Orthodoxy, is not an intellectual state. It's not just some state whereby we agree with certain things. It begins to absorb our whole life. We bring our whole person to God. We bring our whole person through the Church to be saved, to be transformed and changed. And all of these practices, fasting, prayer, liturgy, and all the many traditions that we have, none of these are there as a way of buying our God's favor. We don't. These are not things we do to earn our way into heaven. They're not things we do to make God like us or love us. They are our contribution to the work of salvation. God completes all of that and has completed all of that. And but we must do our part. I think for anyone new to Orthodoxy, anyone considering Orthodoxy, I would say it's not like just a manifesto or a set of ideas, but a way of life, a whole way of life. It's no mistake that in the early church, you can read in the book of Acts that Christianity, or those people who followed Christ in a certain way, referred to their way of life as simply the way. So I think that would be a good way to think about it. If you're new to the church, expect to have your whole life involved. And first and foremost, I say to everyone who's new or inquiring, come to church. Get a relationship with a local parish if you can. Talk to a priest. Start coming to services and do that for some time. Don't be impatient. Don't nag people to sign you up. Come to church. Come to church. See who we are. Find out a bit about us. And see if this very immersive and engrossing and all-encompassing way of life is really what you want.